Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. We're here at the 2016 Heavy Duty Truck Rally in Hutchinson, Kansas. Every year, some beautiful rigs get together to show off new ideas, new trucks, new technologies. We share lots of information with folks that are interested in heavy duty trucks. And I'm sitting in a brand new T680. And we're going to go for a test drive. I want to introduce you to this beautiful rig and its smiling owner. Here we go.
Okay. My name is David. I'm one of the lucky owners of the new 2017 T680. Right now, I think we've got just over 4,000 miles on it, mainly coming out here. It's a, like I said, 2017 Kenworth, long sleeper, long hood, ISX engine. It's a 15-liter Cummins. Set to 500 horse, 1650 torque, running the Eaton Ultra Shift Plus 13-speed transmission behind it. 23K factory singled up rear, so should be a little bit of fun to show Greg that there's other trucks out there besides a Volvo.
And Greg agrees.
Oh yeah, and we're going to have out there, we'll drop her in gear and we're going to take it out on the road and see how she runs.
Let's go.
Shifted. We're at 5th. We went to 7th, just a little bit extra throttle. It's 9th. And then 10th, just backing off a little bit. The new Ultra Shift Plus will actually skip shift. You can kick it up a gear for starting gear by thumbing it up on the gear shift. Skip shift by running the RPMs up a little bit. Or you can drive it nice and easy and it'll just go through every single gear. Makes for a nice little ride. And I like shifting the gears, unlike some, so makes for a nice little ride. And accelerates pretty good with it. The ride's a little bit different. Every one of them has a different demographic and different type of feel to the truck between a Volvo or a Peterbilt or a Kenworth or International or even Freightliner. They're all a little different, all work a little different. Most of the transmissions have gotten caught up. The DT12 with the Freightliner is a good transmission. Of course, everybody knows about the I-Shift. The Ultra Shift Plus is a real good transmission now. They all work pretty equivalent to each other. The difference after that comes in engines. I happen to not like a pack car engine. I don't really like a Volvo. I like something I can work on anywhere. So this one we got with a Cummins we ordered with it. You can flip over a rock and find a Cummins mechanic under it. Same way with the Eaton transmission if anything ever goes wrong. Hopefully it won't with a brand new truck, but things happen. And she's fairly quiet. We're going to let Greg run this thing around here in a little bit.
David, what are some of the special things you put into your custom order? Go through the list.
This is a fun one. Brian, that's his real name. He's up on the web. It's known as Scrap. Helped me out with the specs on this one. It's a little different than most. It was completely custom from one end to the other as an RV hauler. We've even got circuits run from the truck here back through the trailer where I can actually turn on underbelly lights or different things in the trailer, and I can also send CAN signals back and forth between the trailer to the truck. So if I leave, for example, the water pump on at the trailer, I can actually send a set of cluster signal up here in the front to let me know I left it on. Same thing for even the winch system on getting the winch in the smart car on. If I've left the power on the winch, it'll actually light up a telltale with a dash and let me know I've left the winch on. And as he can probably show you, you saw a bit earlier in the video, the dash is pretty well filled up. In fact, there's not an open spot left on the dash for a switch. We've got them for hot lights going into the drum box and the work boxes. Pretty much everything on it we've got switched out so we can get to it. Some of the other custom work we did was working with direct link people at Tucson Brakes. This was the first that we know of, first 2017, that actually has a direct link controller from the factory. This one actually was done a little bit different than most. When we ordered it up, Brian helped me out, and we actually had a spare J1939 in behind the glove box to hook the direct link to. So that way it's all directly integrated in. We have set up a custom harness for it. So as you can tell, this direct link controller is just up here on the dash for the head. Everything else is hidden. It looks all factory. Some of the other stuff we did with it, camera inputs are actually into the dash. Basically everything is integrated in. Nav system's in the dash. It just makes it for a nice, neat, clean run. So actually we need to get on over here a little bit. I like a nice, clean, slick dash with everything in it. Just makes it look factory for everywhere. I've had enough times I've gone down the road with 2 GPS units on top of the dash, a TPMS monitor, over from a forward view camera, everything else going on it. This way we didn't have to worry about it. It's all built into it. Pretty much everything in it was set up for an RV hauler. Even the extended frame rails that actually came from the factory. We actually cut 2 foot of the rails off to even put the bed on. It made for a little bit of a long truck. It's 31 foot nose to tail, but it fits our needs, and we got a little bit shorter trailer than most at full time, so everything worked out okay in the end. As you can tell, we're up here basically on 61 headed north towards Salina, running about 55-60 miles an hour, and it's going to drop up into 12th here in a second. And it won't drop into 13th unless we're running about 65 miles an hour. And I doubt with the cars ahead of us we're going to get that fast here anytime soon. But one of the things you have to worry about with one this long is your weight transfer. That's one reason why it's got a 13.2 front axle. Now I've only got a 210 gallon fuel load. Close. It's about 400 pounds shy on the front end with everything loaded up, no trailer on it. Put the trailer on, of course, and unloads the front. But the old truck runs pretty smooth. For a Kenworth, it's not ball up. actually surprised me just how quiet it was. And Brian said it would be, but that was a prime requisite for my wife. She wanted something quiet. She didn't have to yell at me. Or at least wanted to hear it, want me to hear it when she yelled at me. So it's worked out pretty good so far. So we're going to give Gregg his chance. I'm going to pull off here at this next exit. Man, that crosswind's bad. We're going to pull off up through here, and we're going to let Gregg get his hands on a new Kenworth and see how he likes one. Let's go back right ahead of here. That's a Doonan truck. That's where the first ones were originally set up.
So I'm already sensing some differences. The steering input here is really tight. Just little touch. As David said, if you're reaching for your Coke, you better make sure you lock your hand because it'll go. We've got a wicked crosswind, and the feeling is beautiful. It feels, I'd almost say it feels like a sports car. It's not as soft to drive. Steering input. The wind noise, I think, we've got a wicked outside wind. It's beautiful for the volume inside the truck. Everything I want to see, I've got some instant information with my display here for fuel economy. This is really nice. Well, I really want to thank David for giving me the chance to drive this beautiful Kenworth. The comparison I would make between a Volvo and this Kenworth is, this feels like a sports car. A Volvo would be like, well, as David said, it would be like a Lincoln Continental, just smooth and quiet. I think the interior volume, the noise, you know, for visiting with your passenger is pretty well the same. Love the steering. Ride is really solid on the road. It feels more sporty. I have to say, I think this Kenworth would make a fabulous RV hauler candidate, and I'm very grateful for David to show off his rig and give me the honor of driving it. I'm Gregg from RV Haulers. If you have any questions about our RV hauler rigs, please pose them down below here in the YouTube comments. And here's our website on the screen. If you have any questions, please drop us an email or give us a call anytime. Thanks for watching.